who have boarded this ship just recently. I want to recognize Rita Ndunge, the women rep candidate under UDA who has boarded this ship. Rose Mulwa, governor candidate. Rose, Jimmy, Munyao, Honorable Kamitu, Honorable Kaloki, Honorable Ansent. All these people are people who walked our journey on other parties, but they have made a deliberate effort and decision to walk the journey forward under the United Democratic Alliance Party. Then, as I conclude on that, I also want to recognize, I know we have many CEOs, but this function, Nimrod Mbai, I say this is one of the biggest gatherings is seen. This gathering somehow had to be a way to let people know that this was taking place. And some of us helped us a lot. I want to thank in a special way some of our CEOs who decided delinked from the processes of Common Mwananchi and participated in helping us to organize this. We have our CEOs that, Your Excellency, tunataka kukuomba. Kuna CEO Pamela, ambaye ni MD Kenya National Trading Corporation, one of the most hard-working CEOs. Tuna Engineer Geoffrey Muli, Your Excellency, Acting MD Kenya Power. Tunakuomba kama unaweza sukuma yeye kidogo, tutaache kuwa acting, tutafurahi sana. Tuko na MD Philip Mainga, Kenya Railways, Charles Mwasya, Acting MD National Irrigation, and Kimote, MD National Cereals. So, Your Excellency, as I conclude on that, we have also so many of our leaders also intentionally joined us, and they will be represented by a speech of only 1 minute per person by Honorable Musila and Honorable Kifuda Kibwana. In the list also we have Mheshimiwa Kisoi, who is walking this journey with us, Mheshimiwa Fred Muteti, Joe Mutambu, Abasanda Mutiso, Mheshimiwa Itiku Mbai, Mheshimiwa Carol Don, Mheshimiwa Malile, Wavinya Nzioka, and others. It was important for me to mention this because these are really your true soldiers. I want to invite Mheshimiwa Musila and Mheshimiwa, as you finish your 1 minute, I also...
Na viongozi wote, kweli huu ni mkutano mkubwa, na zaidi heshima zangu zote ziende kwa watumishi wa Mungu ambaye ndio wenye hafla hii. Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi nitakuwa mfupi sana, mambo mafupi. Kwanza, akamba ngaini museo na mavinda ondhe. Asifiwe sana. Mimi naongea kwa niaba ya viongozi wengine ambao hawakupata nafasi ya kuongea, na hasa kutoka upande wa kaunti yetu ya Kitui. Your Excellency, kama vile wamejulishwa na Mheshimiwa Kawaya, ni kwamba sisi ni soldiers wako wa juzi. Na nasema hivi kwa sababu tumefunzwa na hawa watumishi wa Mungu kwamba Mkristo akiingia leo, hata wale waliingia zamani, wote wanakuwa sawa sawa. Kwa hivyo sisi ni viongozi wa dhati kwako, na tunataka kukuhakikishia kwamba tulikaa baada ya uchaguzi na hata tukaja kwako ukatupokea, na tukasema sisi tunakuunga mkono. Na hatukukuunga mkono kwa sababu kama vile watu wengine walisema kwa sababu yetu wenyewe. Tulikuunga mkono kwa sababu ya jamii hii ya Wakamba. Kwa sababu tuliona, kwa sababu ya siasa za mwana waitu, mtoto wetu, tumepotea. Nasema hivi kwa sababu kwa miaka 10 jamii hii imekuwa katika upande wa upinzani, na ni kwa sababu ya hizo siasa za mtoto wetu. Tuko hapa kukuambia kwamba Kenya hii na Ukambani hii tunataka kumaliza siasa za mtoto wetu. Tufuate siasa za kiongozi yule amechaguliwa na watu wengine wote na Mungu, kwa sababu tumeambiwa ni kupitia kwa maombi ndio ulichaguliwa. Kwa hivyo I can say without any fear of contradiction, Your Excellency, that community hii imeiba. Haitaki mambo ya huyu ni mtoto wetu. Kutoka leo tunataka mambo ya viongozi wa Kenya. Na ndio sababu, Your Excellency, kwa redio tulienda kwa press conference tukaambia Wakamba msishiriki katika hayo maandamano. Na nataka kukuhakikishia kwamba zote tumekataa mambo ya maandamano, na sote tumesema siasa za mtoto wetu tuache, tuseme rais wetu ni Dr. Ruto. Wale wanasema hivyo makofi, mkono juu. Wale wanasema kiongozi wetu ni Rais Ruto, mkono juu. Na bila shaka na naibu wake Rigathi Gachagua. Mwisho metajwa na hasa na Archbishop wetu Lambuki, na pia mbunge wa Machakos, na pia mbunge wa Kitui East. Shida yetu ni maji. Kitumalizia hiyo, kwa miaka 10 tumekuwa upinzani. Tunataka kuambia miaka hii 5 na ingine 5 tutakuwa ndani ya serikali na wewe. Na maji ndio tunaomba, sababu sasa sisi ni watoto wako. Mwisho, hii barabara wewe mwenyewe na rais aliyestaafu mlikuja mka-commission huko Mutomo 7 years ago. Imekwama tu kidogo ifike Garissa Road. Najua iko katika mpango wako, na najua watu wa Mwingi na Kitui na Makueni kwa jumla watafurahi kusikia kwamba umetangaza kwamba barabara ianze na imalizike. Na Mungu akubariki, Your Excellency. Mungu abariki serikali yako, na sisi tunakuahidi kukuunga mkono kwa dhati. Asante sana.
Mheshimiwa Kivutha Kibwana.
Sawa comrades, Your Excellency, the President of Kenya, Deputy President, Cabinet Secretaries, all leaders, our illustrious clergy, let me take this opportunity to welcome you to Ukambani. I was a previous governor, and therefore I think I can do that with the Deputy President. We are really very happy because during the campaigns and now as President, you have continued to come to this region as you go to all other parts of Kenya. And when, as somebody who said, I have retired from elective politics, call you Mr. President, I know Uhuru Kenyatta, our former president, could not have given you the sword if he didn't believe you were legitimately elected as president. And listening to the clergy, Leo, the Ukambani clergy, and the spirit that they have expressed, it is clear, because they are at the grassroots, it is clear that they know that the people of this country know they have a president, and the president is William Samoei Ruto. Because they are with the people on the ground, and they cannot say otherwise if they don't know that with such conviction. And let me also say, because sometimes I'm close to them, including the cultural leaders who are here of all our cultural forms, let me also say this. They were very instrumental towards saying this business of demonstrations, yes, demonstrations are in the Katiba, but this business, they said, if we want the prices to go down, how can they go down when there is chaos? And the governors also, including Governor Wavinya, who is sitting near you, the governors of Ukambani, they were also unanimous in terms of the global recession. So the silent majority of this country is saying, when people want to really discuss matters, Kenya, let us do so with humility, with truthfulness, so that we can solve the real problems. Na nikimalizia kwa sababu ya muda, ningekuwa na mengi ya kusema. Nimestaafu kutoka active politics, lakini tunakushukuru kwa sababu even with the kuras that we gave you, you know, you gave us ministers. There are 2 here, 3 here. But we also know Miano, you know, anakutoka pande hizi. Kwa hivyo, even with the kuras we did, the permanent secretaries, the, you know, Mubango, and Kawaya, who is telling me to conclude, very robust people that you have brought forward in your leadership. Nikimalizia basi niseme, hii kitu ya kuzungumza between wewe na pande ile ingine ya Raila. We as Kenyans, and let me say, even myself as a person, it's a good thing to do, to speak, to dialogue, because we want the peace and we want development. Lakini vile vile, sasa ikiwa watu wanataka mzungumze na wengine wanaandika barua ICC, ikiwa wengine wanasema maendeleo bado itaendelea mkizungumza, ikiwa wengine mkiwa na framework wanabadilisha framework, wanasema wataenda wafanye kitu ingine and all that, the silent majority actually want a genuine dialogue, so that dialogue does not have all those side shows, so that there can be solutions. And you have said, if it is mambo ya electoral matters, inaweza kuzungumzwa. Habari ya opposition, jinsi inawatakana kuwa, you know, and important things, like even the cost of living and so on, they have to be talked by all the people together. And I still would plead, even these other stakeholders, katika your public participation, civil society, business, au wengine, waangaliwe jinsi pia wanaweza kuchangia. And I think at the end, sir, this country has been for a long time without a dialogue within itself. And I would request for you as our leader to find a way of getting a national dialogue going, so that we can discuss our negative ethnicity. We can discuss all those things that have been hurting us. And you, as our leader, are able to do that. And we have the peace that is being talked about. Everybody was talking about, you know, hii kitu huku kwetu na nini. Huku kwetu Makueni, we have people who have come to support you, you know, and there was a time we came with them to you when I was involved in the court case for you, and they are good people. And we need all these people who are coming to you, those who are now in politics, unlike myself, please let them be embraced, so that they can sukuma country mbele. Na huko kwetu kuna kabarabara ka kutoka Emali mpaka Ukia. Kutoka siku ile nilikuwa primary school kalikuwa kanawekwa lami na bado kanaendelea kuwekwa lami. Na ile university yetu ya hapo wote, it is under SECU going. And thank you very much. We know that you are going to take this country places. And we thank you. And please, next time now, Makueni after Kitui and Machakos. God bless. Asanteni wachungaji.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Kivuta Kibwana. Your Excellency, my remarks will only take 2 minutes. I just want to say that we have every reason to thank God for your election. You were humiliated. You are deputy too. Some of your followers were tortured. Some of your followers also killed. There was weaponization of institutions, constitutional institutions, the very institutions that are supposed to protect everyone. We want to thank God in a special way that today we have one William Ruto as the president of the Republic of Kenya, and Rigathi as your deputy, in the midst of the narrative that no one will lead this country unless they were part of the deep state. Your Excellency, I want to thank God because you've decided intentionally not to take the route of revenge. I request you, Your Excellency, to forgive the people who took you through a lot of humiliation. This service today is really a great opportunity for all of us to come together as a Kambas region. And I pray that it is going also to be a defining moment that we decide as a community to work together. In this region, there are so many unnecessary divisions, and I think there was a prayer for the Kambaland. My prayer is that we set aside our differences and walk this path together. Your Excellency, sisi utatusikia katika maneno ya maandamano. We decided that Kamba people have better businesses to do. It is not because we are cowards. We are not cowards. And I want to tell you, Your Excellency, if you trace history back, our first generals in the Republic of Kenya, military officers, senior military officers, were actually, majority of them were Kambas. A first Chief Justice, those positions are not held by cowards. And therefore, I believe the decision by Kamba leaders and the Kamba people not to involve themselves in maandamano is not because they are cowards, but simply because they have come of age. They believe there are ways, different ways of solving problems. We analyzed the issues that are facing this country, and we realized that the way to bring down the cost of unga is to pray God that these rains continue and to mobilize all of our supporters to go to the farms and to request you to subsidize fertilizers so that we can yield more in our farms. That is the best way to bring the cost of unga down. We also believe that some of the issues that His Excellency is being asked, or the reasons for maandamano, they are not genuine. Because the IEBC is the one that conducts elections. His Excellency the President doesn't keep the keys to IEBC servers. Those keys are not with us. The key that His Excellency the President has is the key to economic recovery. Wananchi wenzangu wa Kamba, si tulienda uchaguzi? William Ruto alishinda au kushinda? No, tulienda uchaguzi ama tukuenda? Alishindana na deep state au kushindana? Aliangusha deep state au kuangusha? Walienda Supreme Court hawakuenda? Waliambiwa ni hot air ama ni cold air? Hot air, kweli ama uongo? Aliwashinda ama hakuwashinda? Situmpatie nafasi sasa arikave economy ya sisi ya Kenya. Your Excellency, My final words on this issue, because it's a recurring problem. Ni kuombe tu. The people who elected you looked at your manifesto keenly. And I say so because I was one of the few who were left under the same humiliation with the lives of Victor Munyaka and others, Nimrod and others, traversing the region. I dare say that intentionally, people who voted for William Ruto in the country believed in him and believed in the manifesto. If they wanted you to mix up your manifesto, they would have requested you to adjust a little and include handshake manenos within your manifesto. That didn't happen. And therefore, I could only summarize this with something that would have been better put by Kivuda Kibwana. The Chinua Achebe's things fall apart. And we are told when Okonko failed to marshal his community or his village into a resistance movement, what he did is that he tried to move his people to start resisting some goods and also destroying the white man's property. But we are also told that this did not receive any blessing beyond his community. And in anger and desperation, we are told he hanged himself and he died a disgraceful death, just like his father, Unoka. May God bless you, Your Excellency. Once again, on the issues of development, mimi nakuomba. Kwa sababu kila mtu anasema hii na it is not easy to track every single project in the region. We believe the right way is that you give us an appointment, we meet you with representation from the entire region, and we are going to agree on the priorities of the region so that every region is equally represented. As I sit down, because I've seen comrades pale wana inua mabaji sana, there was a request by its general for the universities that the matter of higher education loans board, if you could do something that a little increment and also the timely disbursement of higher education loans will go a long way in making sure that the university learning is also smooth. As I sit down, asanteni sana. Nitaomba Mheshimiwa Kimani Ichung'wah. I've realized there are 2 or 3 members of parliament who may not have been recognized. Mheshimiwa Ichung'wah, you come and do that. And after your speech, I will not come here again. Please invite the governor of Machakos County, who will then invite the deputy president. Asante sana.
Your Excellency, the President, the House of Clergy, all protocols observed, na watu wa Machakos County na Lower Eastern, hamjambo. Your Excellency, ukinikubalia, tuna waheshimiwa watatu ambao hawakuwa introduced. We have Mheshimiwa Joseph Chororot, mbunge wa Kipkelion East, ndiye huyo hapo makofi. Tuko na Mheshimiwa Osoro, Silvana Osoro, na tuko na Mheshimiwa Jamatia from Baringo County. Your Excellency, we also have a number of former members of parliament, and among us them I see Honorable Angoin Girishi, I see Honorable Mwambu Mabonga from Bumula. Oh, na tuko na Mheshimiwa Emwathe, sikuwa nimemuona. Tuko na former MP, Mheshimiwa Keng'ang'i pia. Asante. Thank you, Your Excellency. In the interest of time, Mheshimiwa Rais, najua Mheshimiwa Kawaya alituambia tuko na 30 minutes, naona tumeenda 1.5 hours. Kwa hivyo sitaki tupitishe hapo. Na Mheshimiwa Rais, najua tumekuja for Thanksgiving services since you took office. Na Archbishop Timothy Dambuki ametuambia lile ombi muliomba na yeye, ya kuwa may the will of God be done. Na akatuambia that indeed the will of God was done when you are victorious to be elected as the president of the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. And beyond that, the church and the people of Kenya prayed for peaceful elections, and indeed, we had no post-election violence. You have also led the country only last month to pray for rains, and we have rains with us here today across the country, Your Excellency. And we must continue to thank our church for continuously praying for us. Na sababu Bishop umetuambia ni maombi, na tunaamini Your Excellency pia Wakenya wamekuwa wakiomba juu ya gharama ya maisha. Na jana ulitangaza bei ya unga sasa itaanza kushuka ifike karibu 150. And also, Your Excellency, from the book of Romans 14:19, where we read na tukasomewa vizuri, that we may therefore make every effort to do whatever it takes to make peace and create mutual edification. And Your Excellency, when I thought about those words, and as Bishop Kingo spoke and said that you have inherited a country with many problems, and I reflected on what you did 2 Sundays ago on the 2nd of April, I said indeed you had read that verse of Romans 14:19, that you are making every effort to make peace in our country and to create mutual edification, so that the lot of the people of Kenya may be improved. And we can see those results as you announce the prices of food items